So today I painted the cabinets, all of them, and I painted the big ones, and I don't know. At first I felt like it looked like brown army camouflage stuff. But now I'm kind of liking them.
What I have here is the rest of the cabinet to go on the back wall. Jesse's been starting to put it together. And the painters, as soon as they finish, will have to join him because it's about to get difficult. I wanted everyone to look at this and the grain of the wood. And of course the grain is running the wrong way. So somehow we're going to have to dream up a way to repaint this and make the grain run vertically or in some sort of cabinet fashion. It's supposed to look like a cabinet. The true direction of the grain has nothing to do with what we want the audience to see. So we're going to have to hide that with some paint and put in our own grain in the right direction. Jesse, I wanted you to notice one thing right here at this end. You have a little extra length. Come on down here. You have to cut this on the bias. You see, so you're going to have to set your saw to make that cut. So go ahead and mark it while you have a chance. Jesse, have you ever made an angle cut?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You have a little wing nut that controls the adjustment of the saw. And there's a little guide here, a protractor, that says that you're at 45. I wouldn't trust it. But I wanted to point out one thing, a mistake that people make again and again and again. After days of careful measuring and cutting, they'll build something like that. If you make that mistake, this won't fit, this won't fit, this won't fit. So always check the plans and make sure you're assembling the pieces the way they're designed. How you do? How you do?
Quartered an inch over here, so it could go my way. That's good. Thanks.
Hit it!
We say that on stage, Drew.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting on,
Yep.
squatting on this.
We're going to walk it right back there. We have a shot? Ready? That stuff out of the way. Fingers.
I did it. Ha ha ha. Who was
It'll plumb. We're adding a tiny piece of support to the cabinet so we can have something to put our screws into. 1, 2, 3. We're using up all of our scrap pieces of junk, whatever. It doesn't really matter even how big they are. Let's put the top on, Kevin. Go ahead down there. Up. There we go.
Oh well.
Good. And it should be flush on the back and stick out on the top. And it should come my way a bit. And what we'll do is we'll test fit this. We'll fit it right up against the wall. And we'll screw this down. Now the truth is, it's a little rickety. It will have a temptation to fall this way. So we'll put a strip behind the cabinet up under here. And we'll attach it to the wall. Then when we scoot everything in and screw it together, it'll be nice and strong, and it'll stay that way for the run of the show. Bottom right, up against the wall. Let's see what we can. What do you have to do? My way?
Yeah. Now forward.
Upstairs. There we go. Nice. Get this up right there.
Anna, can you bring up 3?
Right now now I'm going back over the lighter color here that I've already painted with a darker color that I mixed up. And I'm doing a scumble with one brush and one color. But I'm just going like this to add more tone.
Should be right behind Piper.
So Piper,
For college.
what are you working on there?
I'm making fake light switches for the light switches on the wall.
Right there.
Down here?
Left and right. Left and right.
I've got
I know one guy that will like that.
Paul.
Yeah. And that's lunch. Thank you. We'll see you on the ride back.
That's Boo Pals.
That's Boog Pals. You need a ticket to get into the game.
What?
They said it was on the right side of Utah Street.
It is, but it's only open during game times. And to access Utah Street during a game, you have to.
You can't just go to Blue Pals and come back.
But I think it's
We're having lunch at Brew Pals, Baltimore's most famous outdoor rib shack. For you vegetarians, we'll find something else nearby. On the west side of Utah Street, 4 blocks off the Inner Harbor, just past the Convention Center, and inside Camden Yards. So I guess we're going to watch the baseball game.
All right, we really got to get our seats. Okay, snow cones, what do we know? Okay. See the tickets?
Are you filming?
What does my shirt say?
So we just got back from the baseball game, Orioles against the Texas Rangers, the Baltimore Orioles against the Texas Rangers. And that was a really big surprise, especially for me, who was really gullible, because I really did believe we were going to a restaurant. And we didn't go to a restaurant. We ended up going to see the game for about 4 innings, which was great. And the guy that was sitting 6 seats over caught a ball. And that was exciting because he caught with one hand. Anyway, so we had a lot of fun. It was a nice break, and it was a good surprise, especially for me.
Later today, the crew is going to meet the cast of the play itself, Partners, written by Paul Bogus. Paul is out of town. He won't be up until the first Saturday of opening week. Doesn't live close by anymore, and is sort of a long distance. His involvement in the show is a little more long distance. It is world premiere, but the author, I guess as is usual in many cases, is sort of out of the loop. The director's coming tonight, the 3 cast members, and I think some of the running crew will be here. We have some gifts for them, and we'll finally get to meet everybody and have a little sit down and make sure everyone's on the same page, so to speak.
This is Lenny Sarofsky, who plays our nominal villain. You don't know. And here's Jerry Gepka.
Jerry, you just missed Zack.
Our man, Sammy Waldman, who is one of the owners. He's the jet set owner of the Waldman's Hat Shop.
Welcome to the Perfect Stage crew.
It's about 10:05, and I'm heading out.
We're back on the Perfect Stage Crew, and this is the entire cast and crew that has brought you Partners, a new play by Paul Bogus. Actually, this is the first time that the cast and the directors and all of the running crew has actually met the building crew and myself, and we thought we'd take a special minute and present, and you guys can present everybody with a Waldman hat for everybody. So, one for you, helping out here. One for Mary.
Oh, wow.
Das. Sharon. And I think there's one for everybody, and if there's not, we'll fake it.
Wow. Yes, thank you.
There's your hat,
Oh,
folks.
Waldman hat. All right, we see. Look. Wow. Waldman hat. Partner. Oh, man. That's great.
Thank you very much.
The basic premise is Brother Harry, who has been ground under by this inherited job in the hat store, which he hates, wants to sell the place. He wants to get out from under the thoughts of his family, of his long-dead father, of parental disapproval, of his own brother's disapproval. He wants to go out and, at the age of 52, start a new life. This is the basis of the conflict. The brother, the scapegrace brother who is in the liquor business, comes back and says, you can't do this. We owe it to our father to keep his dream alive. The basic premise of the play is, how far do you go to keep somebody else's dream alive? How true are you to yourself? And where does that obligation stop, and where does the other stuff begin? Where does your life begin?
Harry, I know we don't get along as well as most brothers, but this I didn't expect.
Sammy, Jesus Christ, you scared the hell out of me. How did you get in here anyway?
We could go back and forth about this every day. But the truth is, this is a partnership. And in a partnership, one partner can't sell. Only two partners can sell.
Don't pull law to me. I'm going to look for a buyer, and if I find one, your signature's going on the contract.
You never remember a show where everything goes exactly the way it's scripted. You only remember the things that go wrong. It makes it memorable.
Walk away from it. Don't think I won't.
At first I was surprised at how small this theater is, because really the only theater that I've worked extensively in is the Blair Theater, which is quite large. It seats, I think, about 700.
You know, computers break, stage equipment breaks, stuff breaks.
I told you the place is worth something to me because I can bring the Stetson line back. But to anyone else, it's garbage.
I can't believe you! However many times something hits you in your face, if you don't want to hear it, you don't hear it! Look, I want to sell, Sammy, I want to sell!
Someone else will come along. You can't sell to Lippman.
Not Lippman! Lippman's son!
Yes, and we're Max Waldman's sons.
You read the whole script, you rehearse it in continuity from beginning to end. You have 4 to 6 weeks to form some kind of a relationship with the people that you're working with. And when you're on stage, you're all at risk together. So if something goes wrong, you have to take care of each other. On film, they just say, cut, we'll do it again.
The very first day, Mr. Clute asked me to change some light bulbs in the back room. And I said, okay. And so I stood on a box for one, and I changed the light bulb, and I stood on the same box for the next one to change the light bulb. But the third one was above a staircase. And I said, okay, well, I'll have to stand on something else to reach it. So I put one foot on the railing, to reach up there, stuff. So I put my weight on the railing, it suddenly ripped out of the drywall. And I sort of stood there looking down. Mr. Clute, I broke something already. He was very nice about it. He didn't get mad. He just said, all right, we'll fix that. He said we would have to fix it before we left Fells Point Corner Theater. If I leave tonight and don't come back, I won't be fixing that. I suppose that's not very responsible of me. Oops.
We're backstage and we're sort of wrapping things up. On the first day we were here, an unnamed member of the crew broke a handrail on the emergency exit. And we began a repair, and it's time to finish that repair. I won't say who that was. But
Thanks.
what we have to do, Jesse, is remove this. This is a temporary piece we put in some time ago. Smooth this wall out a bit, and install the handrail into the molly bolt that's permanently installed behind.
I'm really proud of this set. This set looks really good.
We're just putting the finishing touches on the set, getting ready for opening night. In the second act, Harry gets a delivery from Finkelstein's, another imaginary hat shop nearby. And of course his brother can't understand this because he's trying to sell the store. So we decided we needed a Finkelstein's box and couldn't find one, so we're making our own. All we did was turn the regular box inside out so the printing would be gone, and added our own logo. We did the same with the Waldman Brothers hats right over there. This Avery label, clear, it's almost perfectly clear. It certainly looks good on the cardboard box. And we printed these with an inkjet printer. And since in the script he says Finkelstein's, there's no reason for us to actually write it. Just the F, I think, is good enough. But look, it looks pretty good.
Does it look perfect?
No. But it looks pretty good. We'll put a screw in it so it won't fall. Everybody okay?
Yeah.
How was that? Okay. All right, sorry.
I'll hold this end, you hold that
I
end.
just said that. All right, 6 foot that. I'll just put a screw in it so it won't fall. You will not see that on a TV show.